Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to another segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation is the 44th Sabad from Asa, Rag Asa, Mahalla Tija, the third, Nanak. The recitation. Asa Mahalla Tija, Dujai Bhai Lage Dukh Paia, a-sabad-a-day birtha janam gavaya, Satgur seve soji hoye, Duje Bhai na lage koye, Mool lage se jan parwan, An din Ram naam jap hirday, Gur sabdi har eko jaan rahao. डाली लागे नेह फल जाए, अंधी कमी अंध सजाए, मनमुख अंधा ठौर ना पाए, बिष्टा का कीड़ा बिष्टा माय समाए, गुर की सेवा सदा सुख पाए, संत संगत मिल हर गुण गाए, नामे नाम करे विचार, आप तरह कुल उदाहरण हार, गुर की बाणी नाम बजाए, नानक महल शब्द कर पाए, गुरमत सत सर हर जल नाया, दुर्मत मैल सब दुर्त गवाया. The Guru, the third Guru, Guru Amar Das, talks about the notion of Dujai Bhai, love of the other, which is our default state, by the way, the default human condition. Love of the other here being Maya, the material plane, the world of phenomena. And we have a built-in love for Maya because the body arises out of Maya. So it's fueled, linked by Maya. And the way it fuels is Trishna, fire of desire. So the Guru says, Dujai Bhai Lage Dukh Paia, in love of the other. Dukh Paia, sorrow, misery is reaped. So the outcome of this love of the other is nothing more than sorrow. So actually, dukh is more appropriate here as the outcomes being unsatisfactory. And we will see why. He says, Bin sabde birtha janam gavaya, bin sabde, without the testimony of the Guru, of the Sabad, life is wasted. Satgur seva soji hoye, serving the Satgur, you develop what is called soji or booj. It's discernment, vivek buddh. Satguru seve soji hoy, you get that sense of discernment. And then, dujai bhai na lage koi, then love for the other vanishes. So what's the problem here? Love of the other. We've seen that love of the other means love of Maya, world of phenomena. It leads to dukh. So the lesson is that attachment to Maya is always unsatisfactory. But the question is why? Because the world of Maya is impermanent. Transitoriness is the fundamental property of all things that exist. And therefore, in the transitory world, all outcomes are, perforce, unsatisfactory because we humans, fundamentally are looking for lasting fulfillment. And we can't find it in a world that does not last, in things that just come and go. And that is what an unsatisfactory outcome is. And so why do we persist in looking for satisfaction in transitory things? Because a veil of ignorance, Urdipal, conceals the true nature of things, and we persist in our folly. So the question then is, how do we realize the temporariness of everything? Now, this realization is not just conceptual, but there is an added intuitive awareness to it at the intuitive level. This combination is called Vivek Buddh or Suj or Buj. It comes through the Satgur. Satgur is a specialized knowledge, if you will, or it is knowledge of the whole mind. When the mind comes together, you begin to discern. What do you discern? You discern the temporariness of the world around you. You see? And then, Dujai Bhai Lage Dukh, you understand that the world is temporary and therefore you don't get attached to it. In the Rahau, the Guru says, Mool lage se jan parwan. Mool lage, those who have connected to their source within, they see the temporariness of phenomena. Once you get to that source, then you understand. And those who have mool lage se jan parwan, they have accomplished what they came here to do. That is the accomplishment, is to know your mool, the root from where this illusion of separateness is coming. You get down to that source, and that source is indeed the Creator itself, who is creating this illusion. So, Gur Sabdi, that is the testimony of the Guru, verbal testimony, teaching. We realize the oneness of creation because we see that at the source it's one, and then it breaks out into the many, and that becomes the delusion that actually makes us unhappy, dukhi. So the Guru says, our default condition is to be in love with Dujai Bhai, and that is what a manmukh is, an ego-minded person, one who is spiritually blind because he doesn't see, he doesn't discern the illusion that he's under. So the Guru says, that person is trying, it's almost like that person is trying to water the branch instead of the trunk. Dalli lage ne phal jaye. So all your actions are going to be fruitless in the sense they're not going to bring you fulfillment. But you keep chasing these transactions, which are like branches, and don't get to the root, don't get to the source. You need to water the source, the root. And so the Guru calls it Andi Kami And Sajai. You're driven by blind desire, and you're faced with unexpected and unpleasant consequences. And Sajai. The Guru calls it punishment, but these are outcomes that you create for yourself. And then you're just like a parasite, Vishtaga Kida, sucking the vitality out of life, not doing something useful. So the Guru reminds us again, service to the Guru always assures well-being. Sada Sukha Pai. Sada Sukha Pai, it's the opposite of Dukh. Because now through Guru wisdom, we have discerned the true nature of things, and we have come to accept the temporariness of everything. And when we do that, then what? Then all outcomes become satisfactory because we are now in a state of contentment. We understand. Santokh. All outcomes essentially are the same because they're all fleeting. Sat Sangat Mil Har Gun Gaye. Sat Sangat in the company of the Guru, in the presence of the Guru. The qualities of the Har Self are glorified. Gun Gaye, meaning assimilation of those qualities. Name Naam Kare Vichar, reflection. So this is what happens in the presence of the Sant, the Guru. You assimilate qualities and you also change your perception. You work, you reflect on Naam, self-knowledge. So you perceptually and through character, you change yourself. And that is how you become accomplished at swimming across the ocean of life, a-sabad-a-day, and inspire others to do so. Kul udaranahar. Kul means a household, a family. It could apply to humanity at large, which I've done. It could apply to your family, but that would be a selfish thing. It also is used for the family of the senses, but that's a given. They work with the mind. So if the mind swims across, the senses will just swim across. They don't stand in separation from the mind. In other words, they don't have a mind of their own. Gur ki Bani, again, the speech of the Guru, the teachings of the Guru. Naam Vajai, it manifests self-knowledge. So you see, if you cultivate virtue, if you reflect on the teachings of the Guru, you begin to manifest those qualities. You begin to manifest that self-knowledge. Naam Vajai, to manifest. And so Nanak says, the mansion of the self is found within the heart. You discover that the mind and heart are really one, that it is deep within you, that you find this union between the ego self and the self. Gurmat sat sar har jal nae, durmat mail sab durt gawai. So that's the consequence. Gurmat is like a pool of water, except that the water is self-knowledge. And so you dip in it and you cleanse yourself of this fallacy of self-deception, this illusion that you're under. And when the mind recognizes its true nature, bliss is the outcome. On that note, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.